Girimānandattheraapadāna, where Venerable Girimānanda talked about his grief from losing his wife, son, parents, and brothers, and the Buddha's words removed his grief. Translated from Tipitaka, Mūla by Jonathan S. Walters. Read by Dr. Marlai Ouch. Theraapadāna, The Legends of the Theras, 3.94, 3.97, Girimānanda. My wife had passed away. My son had gone to the cemetery. On a single pyre, I had burned my mother, father, and brothers. I was consumed due to that grief. I had become haggard and pale, and I was mentally deranged, greatly pained because of that grief. Wounded by the arrow of grief, I went up to the forest edge, eating only wild fruits I found. I dwelt at the foot of a tree. The Sun Buddha named Sumedha, the victor, ender of disease, with a desire to lift me up, did come into my presence then. Having heard the sound of the feet of Sumedha, the sage so great, I, having lifted up my head, did gaze upon him, the great sage. When he, the great hero, approached, then joy did get produced for me. Having seen him, the world leader, my mind at last was put at ease. Having recovered consciousness, I gave him a handful of leaves. The Blessed One then sat down there, out of compassion, I for one. Sitting down there, the Blessed One, Sumedha, leader of the world, Buddha, preached to me the teaching that removes the arrows of grief. Uninvited, they have come from there. Not taking leave, they have gone from here. As they have come, so they have gone. What good is wailing about that? Just as when raining is raining down, people traveling on the road, taking their goods, are going to a place where the rain's not falling. And when the rain has ceased to fall, they carry on as they had planned. Thus your mother and father too. What good is wailing about that? We are all visiting strangers, guests, wavering, driven on, shaken. Thus your mother and father too. What good is wailing about that? Just as a serpent slithers on, abandoning its worn-out skin, thus your mother and father too, their bodies are abandoned here. Understanding the Buddha's words, I removed the arrow of grief. Generating happiness, I worshipped the best of the Buddhas. Worshipping the great elephant, I offered Sumedha, leader of the world, a stalk of flowers endowed with a heavenly scent. Having worshipped the Sun Buddha, pressing my hands upon my head, calling to mind his chief virtues, I praised the leader of the world. Great hero, you are the one who's crossed. Omniscient One, the world leader, you are lifting up all creatures with your knowledge, O sage, so great. You cut off all perplexity and also doubt, O sage, so great. You are imparting the path to me through your knowledge, O I for one. Arahants with the goal attained, 6 knowledge holders, powerful, wise ones who travel in the sky are surrounding you all the time. Your followers are bearing fruit, those attained and those being trained. Your followers are blossoming like lotus flowers at sunrise. As the ocean is unperturbed, unequaled, difficult to cross, thus too are you, O I for one, endowed with knowledge infinite. Having worshipped the world's victor, the I for one, he of great fame, praising each of the direction, crouched over, I went off from there. Falling from the world of the gods, transmigrating from birth to birth, I came out of my mother's womb, attentive and remembering. Having departed from the house, I went forth into homelessness, zealous, also intelligent. I pastured in meditation. having put forth great exertion, having gladdened the sage so great, I thereafter am wandering, like the moon freed from a cloud bank. Am now intent on seclusion, calmed, devoid of grounds for rebirth. Knowing well all the defilements, I am now living undefiled. In the 30,000 eons since I worshipped the Buddha then, I've come to know no bad rebirth. That's the fruit of Buddha Puja. My defilements are now burnt up. All new existence is destroyed. All defilements are exhausted. Now there will be no more rebirth. Being in best Buddha's presence was a very good thing for me. The 3 knowledges are attained. I have done what the Buddha taught. The 4 analytical modes and these 8 deliverances, 6 special knowledges mastered. I have done what the Buddha taught. Thus indeed, Venerable Girimānandattherāpadāna spoke these verses. The legend of Girimānandattherāpadāna is finished.